Hey amigos, it looks like all of this planning and saving and paying off debt and just basically being frugal, it looks like it's all about to pay off. Just recently, a couple weeks ago, I saw this house and I had to get it. Well, it wasn't really seriously, it wasn't an emotional decision, it was intellectual as well, but it seems to fill most of my needs for what I'm looking for. It's on a half-acre, 3-bedroom, 2.25 bathrooms. It's got let's see, it was built in the early 50s, but a lot of improvements have been made to it. It's got this giant deck and it's got this insane huge backyard. For a house in the city, it's just big. I mean, the house isn't big, but the property is like big. The house is about 1,200 and something square feet. Yeah. Anyway, the bathrooms are one full bath, one bathroom with a shower, and a bathroom that has a toilet and a sink. Why? I don't know, but hey, whatever. So basically, it looks really nice. The bank, it's a bank-owned property. They put a roof on it, and yeah, they converted it also from septic over to city sewer, which is kind of unfortunate because I would have preferred septic because you're more free to do rain catch and stuff like that, but it's less trouble as well. It's about 5 miles farther away from work, so that means that that I won't have to, it won't be a huge commute. It's about 15 miles. I could ride that on my bicycle, that super powerful electric bicycle. So things are going well. And right now I'm on a project to install this dryer booster fan, because the dryer here just dries a little too slowly, because the vent goes up to the roof 3 stories up. So basically it just dries too slowly. So this booster fan here will move more air through the system, and then basically it'll evaporate the water faster, and then the tenant, because the way it is, when I rent this place out, and I think I will rent it, the tenants will complain about that. So that's my project for tomorrow. Bought myself a nice hand truck that'll last me a long time. It's got those pneumatic wheels. I wanted pneumatic because I'll be rolling things around the yard and whatnot too. This is my approximate 2-scale drawing. We've got the house in front. We got a bush or a hedge that I'm going to take out. The whole place is fenced, and there are 2 gates in the front. There's a driveway here, but it doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't go into a garage because that's one of the bedrooms. And here's the attached garage, and then there's a second gate and a driveway here. It's a 1-car garage. The deck is just huge. The backyard is massive, but there's like a big oak tree here and there's a big pine and I want to take them both out. We've got 2 apple trees, we've got 2 cherry trees, we've got a plum tree over here, we've got a bunch of blackberries here. I think I'll trim them back a little bit after the productive season is over. This oak tree might be a danger to the house, so I think I'm going to take it out. It's unfortunate because if it's there, I mean, it constantly drops leaf litter, and that's compost right there. The pine tree over here has got to go. And basically I prefer productive trees. The apple trees are either anemic because they are not being cared for, or they're crab apples because the apples are very small. So I think I won't necessarily take them out, but I will trim them back, and I also plan to graft branches from multiple different types of apple trees, and even like winter keeper apples, so that I can basically have apples throughout the season. This is a 3-room shed. Each room has, it's like 8 by 8 or a little bigger maybe, possibly even 10 by 10. And each one has a door to the outside. And what I'm going to do is assign one of these rooms to each of the 2 rooms that I'm going to rent out. And one, of course, I'll keep one for myself. The second shed here is great for like storing lawnmowers and stuff. I'm going to beef up the doors a little bit so it's harder to break into as well. It has a security system which I will activate when I get there. And basically it's going to be really, really cool. I ran the numbers, and when I rent this condo out, just a rough estimate of what I'll get for it. And if you add the fact that I'll be renting out those 2 rooms, basically I will be in a better financial situation than I am now. Right now I have about $2,700 left over after all my spending on everything is done. And if during the months when the 2 rooms and the condo are rented, I'll probably have about $3,200 extra. The plan is to drop about $2,000 a month into that mortgage, and that'll still leave me a lot of wiggle room in my finances. And then I consulted an amortization chart, and it says that if I could pay $2,000 extra every month, then I would be paid off in 5 years. And then that would add another $1,200 or so to the extra cash, and then I can determine what to do from there. Well, that's about all. The garden's, well, the garden isn't producing as well as it did last year. I think it's because of that tree. It's filled out a lot more, and I believe that it's shading my deck a lot more than it was a couple years ago. The tomato plants, which I made from cuttings last year, and I overwintered them here on the table, they are doing okay, but it looks like they need more sun too. So when I get them to the new place, if I can get them there without destroying them, they should do significantly better. In that last planter here, I'm planting red orach, which, because most of my other salad has bolted, so therefore red orach is a green, or a plant basically for salads that that doesn't bolt, or it doesn't bolt nearly as badly. I also am growing lamb's quarters in there. And there they are. The slugs seem to be taking out the lamb's quarters, even though I come home at about 11 and I pick all the slugs off. That's the curse of the Pacific Northwest. Slugs, man, we got them everywhere. Even in my elevated deck garden. Oh well. So, well, let's see. That's about all I've got going right now. Got this nice hand truck. That will be very useful in the move. Plus I'm going to have to drag the washer dryer out, and I'll use that, and then I'll be able to install this booster fan. So that's the big project. Exciting times, and it should be pretty cool. And then once I get to the new place, I don't know how much I'll do as far as gardening, but I'll certainly make a start. Maybe I can throw some kind of fall and fall garden together. Maybe some kind of we'll be approaching the salad green season again, although right now it's just starting to get a little too hot for them. Although we probably do better in the Northwest than a lot of places in that respect. But, well, that's about all I got. Big, huge, momentous changes for Vention. Later.